Can you hear me here? Is the sound bad? Let me know. A whole bunch of people staring at me while I stare at you. Can you hear me here? Okay, cool. Hey, welcome everybody to Step Into the Portal. Sorry if the sound is a little off. I'm not sure what happened to my headset there. We'll figure it out later. My name is the Brandt. Thank you for joining me for some Civil War preview cards. Go Team Resistance. That is my team. Make sure you check out the other great content creators last week and this week that will be presenting more things to you. And thanks to FFG for the opportunity. We have 2 hero cards to show off to you today. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so here are some of the preview cards that we have. Like I said, Civil War was scheduled to come out September. Looks like it's now October in North America. You may have to check based on your region what's happening, but it will be here soon enough, and it looks like it promises a lot of great content, which includes the 2 cards I'm going to show off to you today, which are fantastic. So be ready, be excited. Yes, that's right. This is our moment. It is probably to be expected, the defensive conditioning here. But some things to note, this is kind of a combo card right here. Notice you can play it under any player's control. So if you want to play like a support deck, you could put 3 of these in and hand them out to other players so that they would have either defense, or more hit points. So, hey, we keep adding to that defensive stat. Protection is fantastic. And here's another great protection card that we have that you can add to your collection, whether it's for you. Now, I noticed something about this card. If you think about it, it's adding defense and it's adding hit points. So depending on what your play style is, they kind of can be a dichotomy there. Like, well, if I'm trying to play a perfect defense where I defend every time, I don't need any hit points. I'm always not taking damage. Now, it does allow me to get hit by things, and it never hurts, right? I could just play an armored vest and not have to pay the 2 costs. Of course, I could play both to just have more defense, which is probably part of it. But I was thinking about, well, where would I play this card? I'm not necessarily trying to increase my defense. I'm not necessarily focused on my hit points. And so I was trying to think of some heroes where you could benefit from this more through mitigation, right? And so I thought of some of those. So Drax, for example, he wants to defend a lot, or he wants to get attacked a lot, so he may defend, especially early on, to build up those counters. So having extra hit points, no doubt, is fantastic for him. But even having a little bit of defense to mitigate, he's not trying to necessarily play perfect defense. Nightcrawler might be another one where you're defending kind of for the table using those BAMPs, and you're just trying to mitigate that damage. So the more defense and the more hit points, the more hits you could take from things. Quicksilver obviously is one. This whole card benefits him, right? He gets a free defense every turn, essentially. Iceman, you want to defend sometimes because you can put those attachments on, and you also might get a chance to draw a card or ready or whichever. Wolverine, I'll defend with Wolverine sometimes, especially in protection, and I could stay alive a little longer, and then I have more hit points to be able to play cards. I see in the comments here, too, playing something like Dauntless, you'd have more hit points to ensure that you get there, even if you're not using the defense stat. So again, it's kind of one of those things. Am I running Armored Vest? Am I running Endurance? Am I running Defensive Conditioning? Am I running all of them? It also could help heroes, like say there was a hero that had 9 hit points and only 1 defense. Who would have 9 hit points and 1 defense? That would be a weird stat line, huh? But this could be helpful for them too. Or even characters like Deadpool, where you could just increase your hit points so that they could become a resource for you to use for other cards and things like that. Nice. So, of course, we have these kind of combos now. We can get the armored vest. We can get the defensive conditioning. We could play expert defense, and we can really get our defense through the roof. There's also the whole cavalcade of other events that give us defense and let us ready or deal damage or stun or move that threat, all those different things you want to do. But this combo really helps us to set up something like Stop Hitting Yourself, which has really become a powerful card. We've seen this used with Gambit. We've seen this used with Gwen Stacy. Really all these heroes that want to defend a whole bunch. And this card could be very powerful. You could deal a lot of damage with this. And I thought, wow, it would be crazy if this card got even better. Well, folks, this card, Stop Hitting Yourself, got even better. This is a fantastic card. The next card that I have. We're going to be golden, I think, here. Armored Defense. Check this out. This is a Hulkling card. It's a superpower, so if you can find a way to pay for I guess you can't do that because it would mostly be during the villain's turn. You wouldn't have that available to you to use your Death Focus, but it is a superpower, and it's a defense card. When an enemy attacks, you are able to deal damage to it equal to your defense. So notice it's an interrupt there when any enemy attacks. You could play this for anybody, and then you get a tough status card. Imagine the amount of defense that you can now stack up with Hulkling, deal that damage for one cost, get a tough card, so then you could defend for yourself if you're in multiplayer. I'm always looking at those multiplayer things. That's what's interesting to me. So I could defend for you, deal damage, take a hit. Now I have a tough status card for the next one. Absolutely fantastic. The combos are crazy. Protection has all the fun, all the tools, and this card just plays that more. Now, again, this isn't a protection card. This is a Hulkling card, but it's a crazy powerful card here. So I think it's neat. I think it's a cool idea that Hulkling has this like really strong defense. You could see those spikes. So who wants to run into that? He kind of turns his back on the attacker as they're coming in and they take all that damage and whatnot. But crazy, crazy powerful card. These two go together like peas and carrots. You get your defense up, you get your hit points up. Now you can take that hit for somebody else, get the tough status card, deal damage. You could still throw those stop hitting yourselves in there to deal even more damage. So there you go. That gives you some ideas. Here's the two new cards for today. Defensive Coordinating. I think it's going to be a very popular protection card. And the Armored Defense, which actually, quickly thinking about Armored Defense, you can also play this outside of protection. Like if you just buff his defense and just want to defend for somebody else, you can play this card to defend without having to exhaust and deal damage to them. So it's really strong. There are your preview cards for today, everybody, for Civil War. Thanks so much for joining me. Like I said, thanks to FFG for the cards. And be on the lookout for Civil War coming to your store probably in October, and lots of fun other events and things surrounding that. So thanks, everybody. Until next time, I'm the Brandt, and I hope you step into the portal. Go Team Resistance!